This is my only one in English. I write in Norwegian, and I wrote this in 2000. But I came into new information.
I've always heard about the American Colony Hotel, and it was always a fascinating place for me. But because I'm from Gaza, I just couldn't go. It was a place that I can just think of and dream about and hear about. So, and of course, because Karsten is known to be a very, very good journalist, so I was sure that it'll be a good book. And when I read the manuscript, I just fell in love with it, and I decided to do that. So, and it's doing very well, and I'm very proud of it.
What is the most interesting story for you in this book?
Of course, it has a lot of political and historical context, but it's the story actually of this woman who went through so much, and still she lost her children, she suffered, and yet she had the strength actually to move on and to build something very, very special in the heart of Jerusalem.
The top level is...
I really fell in love with the book. You know, Karsten is a superb storyteller. And sometimes when you're telling people stories, you stop, you look into their eyes and you say, you really should have been there. Well, with Karsten, I felt I was there. He really took us to Jerusalem. He took us to the American colony. And I felt I lived every moment in its drama, in its absurdity, in its tragedy, in its majesty and the history of it. And I could see his sparkling eye and his humanity on every page. It was so crisply and clearly written. And all I read was the translation. I can only imagine how beautiful and clear and crystalline it would have been if read in Norwegian.
What do you think the people in Lebanon or Middle East will like about this book?
It tells you the history of Jerusalem from the perspective of this American. It's another angle of looking at those turbulent years in Jerusalem and in Palestine, that you see it from another angle, from an American, not missionaries, an American group that came to live and to teach and to help. It's not a political angle at all. It's how really the life was there, and there is a lot of human stories and stories we wouldn't have read or seen anywhere else except in this book.
So do you think this book have something new?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. It has a lot of new stories that we've not read about in other books. A lot of Palestinian people that have interacted with the American colony that we would not have known about them if not for Karsten's book and Karsten's thorough research.
Do you think this book will change the way of thinking about Jerusalem?
You know, I think what this book brings to everyone's heart and mind is how international of a city it is, and how it belongs to the heart of so many communities, the Palestinians, the Jews, the Muslims, the Christians, the Armenians, everybody. And it carries with it things that are so intimate that have not been told in history books. It kind of fills in the blanks that are not found in history books or in the footnotes of history books. And most of it is told by witnesses. This is a first-hand account. What happened in the streets of Jerusalem, in the dining rooms of Jerusalem, in the homes of Jerusalem. It has some tragicomic moments. The handover of the flag by Mayor Hosseini to so many British officers who interrupted him and wanted to know where they could get a cup of tea. I mean, this is just such a classic moment of such a major historic moment to which the Palestinians attach so much hope and which the Britishers took so lightly, and which ended up causing so many tears and blood and sweat. It's a very special book. Everybody should read it.